Good morning. Welcome to the Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast. Today is Sunday, January 30th of 2022. The Community for Conscious Living is a community dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and in our daily lives to create a sustainable environment and a peaceful world. Today, in our meditation and healing circle, we're on question number 14 from the book, The Answer is Love, Questions to Explore as we transition into an era of peace. There are a total of 37 questions, and we're going through one each week. This week's question is about helping our children to walk a conscious path. The specific question reads, how can I teach my children to walk a conscious path when their schools and worldly influences are so strong and pull them off course? That is our question that we explore today. And it's very relevant to walking in the world today as it is, and also as we move into the transition into the era of peace. Now, just let me say, we're going to do some work with the how to hold our children as well as our own inner child, because it begins with our own example. You know the phrase, do as I say, not as I do. Our children are wise beyond our years, and they haven't been quite as tainted as we have been, but they pick up things. They're very sensitive beings. They pick up things energetically. They follow example. They walk in our footsteps, right? They follow in our footsteps. And so it is very important that we do the work that we need to do to honor ourselves so that we are freed up to walk a conscious path and to make conscious choices, just as we would want our children to. So at the end of this, I'm going to, of course, take us into our circle, get us into a nice meditation space. I'm going to read the question and the answer from the book, The Answer is Love, the upcoming book. You can't buy it just yet, but The Answer is Love, Questions to Explore as we transition into an era of peace. I'll read the question, the response, and then we'll do a guided meditation working with the inner child, as well as inviting all of the children in our sphere of influence to benefit in the same way that we are offering and the healing we're offering to our own inner child. So come on in and let's go ahead and come into our meditation and healing circle. Let's come into our circle sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, coming together as one. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your pure, unconditional love. And let's just imagine this pure, unconditional love streaming into the center of our circle, filling all of this space with unconditional love. Unconditional love is so key. Because as human beings, we put conditions on love, but love itself is a force that knows no conditions. It doesn't care about our conditions that our human ego puts on it. So let's just be with the vibration, the existence, the essence of unconditional love. And just let this love surround you and hold you, envelop you. And you can maybe put your hands over your heart center and breathe into your heart center. Take some breaths into your heart space and allow your heart space to soften. Allow your heart space to have motion and to have breath. This is where our emotions live. And when our emotions get stuck, when they have no motion, that's when the heart can harden and get cluttered and get blocked and barricaded. So let's give some breath and movement into the heart center. And if there are stuck emotions hanging out, blocking the flow of love from coming in and out of your heart center, just offer them an opportunity to be surrounded in this love and allow the love to flow gently around those spaces in your heart. And if they want to release and join that flow of love, you can let those emotions regain their motion and flow. Right? When we allow them to flow, we can feel them and kind of witness them. If we stay in our core, if we get into our core and into our center and be with this flow of love, witness the flow of love as it moves in and out through the heart center, we can let that flow move the emotions in and out through the heart center. And then the emotions, they can inform us rather than control us. Right? So you're not the emotion, you're not the events, you're not the thoughts, you're not the beliefs. You are this being of light, a very strong being of light. And you can witness the flow of the love. You can witness the flow of all of your emotions. And let it have movement. Let it have motion as it flows in and out through your heart, through your body, cleansing and purifying you. And invite all of the pieces of yourself, all of the selves of yourself, to join in that vibration of unconditional love as all of that stuckness begins to flow and have motion, flow in, flow out, and just let as all of the parts of you become freed up, invite them to join in that resonance with the vibration of unconditional love. So again, letting that love, with your hands over your heart if you'd like, let your heart center be like a breathing portal, and inhale in that unconditional love. Let it flow through your heart center all the way deep into your heart space, deeper and deeper and deeper with each breath. And as you exhale, let more and more release, more and more of the clutter, more and more of the blocks and barriers. Just allow them to release so that the love can have more and more flow into your heart and through your heart and into your body. And as you inhale, breathe that unconditional love through your heart center all the way into the center of your heart space, and just let yourself lean back up against your spine and let that love pour in. Let that funnel at the center of your heart space that extends from the front of your chest, let it tip up slightly. Let it catch this stream, this flow of unconditional love. Let it move all the way through your heart center toward the front of your spine, into your vertical core, and let it pour in and fill your core with unconditional love. Let this vibration resonate all the way through your core. You have a core of energy that flows through the top of your head, all the way through your body, along the front of your spine, and through your base. And then you have these energy centers, such as your heart center, that extend from the front of your heart of your body and also through the back of your body. And they connect in with that vertical core. So as you allow this vibration of unconditional love to flow in through your heart center, Just let it connect in with that vertical core and let this resonance, this vibration of unconditional love vibrate through your whole body. And again, together, let's call on our source. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your pure divine light. Just imagine this essence of pure divine light streaming into the center of our circle, cleansing and purifying everything in the circle. And let this light, as you're breathing in this unconditional love, just let this light shine on you and let it penetrate into all of your pores. And let this purifying, cleansing light enter your body through all of your pores and through your senses, through your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, everything. Let everything take in this pure divine light and allow this pure divine light to cleanse and purify any of the energies, any of the old patterning, any of the old belief systems that are hanging out, any of your old response patterns that are in your nervous system just awaiting activation, waiting to be activated, to be triggered by some event that triggers a memory. Just let those gently, just like this light, let it just stream through you and let it gently, like I just have this vision of the Pac-Man, the old Pac-Man video games, as it just penetrates through you and cleans up, gobbles up all of these old patterns, the dust, the cobwebs, any of those little dark spots that might be hanging out. If you have pain, if you have illness, if you have anything like that, you want to let this light in to cleanse and purify those spaces in your body. Or if your mind is feeling cluttered or cloudy, you want to let that light come in and gobble up those clouds. Help to clear that space. Just allow the light to penetrate in and cleanse and purify anything along the pathway of your sensory organs, from your eyes, through your cranial nerves and into your brain and central nervous system, through your ears and through your cranial nerves and into your brain and central nervous system, through your nose and through your cranial nerves and into your brain and central nervous system, through your tongue, your taste buds, your sense of feel and texture in your mouth, through your cranial nerves and into your brain and central nervous system. Let that light travel through all of the pathways of all of your sensory organs and cleanse and purify our pathways. This helps us to be in the present moment instead of hanging out in the old memories that we're just on alert, waiting to have them repeated, waiting with our responses because, oh, we know what's coming. But maybe there will be something different this time. And it's okay to let go of that association with the past. Maybe we'll have a different way of responding today, even if we see the same thing from the past. Maybe we have gained more wisdom in our experiences, and we can let go of the old patterning and trust in the inner wisdom, trust in the innate knowing, trust in the senses and the knowing of the heart. Allow yourself to be in the present moment, be in the now. And again, let's bring our hearts together in the center of our circle. And in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you. We ask you to send your vibration of your eternal compassion. The eternal compassion is that ocean of compassion. That is the soup we swim in. It is as we talked about last week, that poem from Rumi that says these forms that we believe we are, our bodies, are just cups in an ocean of divine intelligence. How did it say it? I'm probably saying that a little bit off. They are cups in an ocean, a cosmic ocean of divine intelligence. And so imagine your body as this cup within this ocean, right? An open cup that fills with ocean. And we identify with the cup and lose sight that we are ocean. So allow your self-identity to tap into the ocean within the cup and know that you are in a cosmic ocean. You are ocean. And allow yourself to rest into this ocean, to be held by this ocean, to be supported by this ocean. This is the eternal compassion. It contains our entire time and space existence. Sometimes I talk about the 3D material realm. The time is the fourth dimension. Right? We have the 3D, the up, the down, the sideways, the up and down, the sideways, the diagonal, whatever you want to call it. We have this three-dimensional world, and time is our fourth dimension. It's really a four-dimensional world. And there are dimensions beyond this realm, and all of it is contained within the ocean of compassion. The first emanation from a unified solo God consciousness, a one and only one consciousness. The first emanation from that consciousness is this ocean of eternal compassion. And everything within our existence is contained within that ocean. So allow yourself to be surrounded by this ocean. Like sometimes I think we're swimming around at this ocean and trying not to get wet. So allow yourself to rest into the ocean, to be like the dry sponge and absorb all of this juiciness from this ocean into your sponge, all the way into your core. Allow yourself to be held in this ocean and to drink it in, to become saturated and satiated, quenched by this ocean, held by this ocean, loved by this ocean, contained in the ocean, to rest into the ocean and become one with the ocean. This is the compassion. And on an emotional front, I invite you to feel the compassion for all of the places where you might judge yourself. You know, today's topic is about guiding our children. And one of my teachers talks about the mother's curse. And I know it's the father's curse too. It's the parent's curse, that feeling of guilt that we have, that we've done something wrong, that we could have done better, for all of the mistakes that we've made. We forget we are human too. We are human and we make mistakes with our children, and it's all within the divine plan. They each have their own walking in their own paths that they are traveling. And there's no way that they can get through this with what we as human beings view as perfection. Perfection is what we often think of as not making any mistakes ever. But in the divine perfection, mistakes are very much a part of the plan. They're a part of the perfection. The perfection is much larger than our vantage point. And there is perfection in the mistakes we make too. And it's important for us to recognize that and forgive ourselves. And I invite you, as you rest into this ocean of compassion, to feel the compassion for all of those places where you've judged yourself, where you've held yourself responsible for, I'll say, mistakes of the past, for someone else's pain. Allow yourself to feel the remorse of it and to ask for forgiveness from those mistakes and to receive the forgiveness, to let the forgiveness come all the way in through your pores, to feel the compassion, to feel the acceptance, to feel the pure love. You have been forgiven all along. Allow yourself to be forgiven and forgive yourself. Allow yourself to be forgiven and forgive yourself. Let yourself fill with this ocean of eternal compassion. Rest into it, receive it, and be. Breathe in this ocean of eternal compassion. Breathe in the unconditional love. Breathe in the pure divine light. And take another inhale, breathing it all into the core of your body. And as you exhale, let it drop down and land into your hips. And be the light, the love, the compassion that you wish to see in the world, that you wish to be in the world. And I'm going to move into our topic. Stay with this in this ocean of light and love and compassion. And I invite you to listen through your heart, through the ears of your heart. As I read, again, this is from the upcoming book, The Answer is Love, Questions to Explore as we transition into an era of peace. This was a download that I received, and I wrote it just as it came through without picking up the pen, without stopping. So I say that as a disclaimer and ask for your heart to receive what has come through and to take it in as is. And for any mistakes that I may have made in bringing this through, I ask for your forgiveness and your acceptance. The question is, how can I teach my children to walk a conscious path when their schools and worldly influences are so strong and pull them off course? The answer, the response: show them through your example and shower them with love. Show them through your example and shower them with love. Now, I'll insert here that we are going to be doing an inner child healing meditation with this. So through your example means giving this to yourself, to your own inner child, as well as to all of the children in your sphere of influence. And I say in your sphere of influence because you may or may not have children of your own, but there are always children within our sphere of influence. And I know for myself as a child, yes, my parents made a difference. All of my older siblings made a difference. All of my aunts and uncles made a difference. All of my teachers made a difference. Some of my friends' parents made a difference. We have more children in our sphere of influence than the ones that we birth into this world. So I invite you to just remember all of the children in your life as we move through this. Okay, back to the response. Show them through your example and shower them with love. Use compassion, understanding, and seek to understand what it's like to walk in their shoes. Help them know how to evaluate and make choices that will bring the best consequences for them. Guide them and teach them to reason for themselves. They are under tremendous pressure. They need love and acceptance. They need to know they are loved and accepted. They need to feel connected to a tribe that feeds them love and safety and security, a tribe who values and supports them, who recognizes their gifts and highlights their value, their worthiness, and to love them. I'm going to insert again here. I remember when I was a child, in schools we practiced drills to prepare for nuclear attack. And we were always under that threat of, was Russia going to drop a nuclear bomb on us? We even did drills in school where we hid under the desks as if that would help, right? As if that would do any good in a nuclear attack. But you know, the things that our children go through, they're very much a part of the world. Now there are active shooter drills in case there's a mass shooting. And I don't know any children that don't have some influence hanging over them about mass shootings in schools. There are the same things that I had when I was a child as well, the influences of drugs and alcohol, and they're at very, very young ages that they're offered to our children. There are a lot of peer pressure through our cultural influences and through our music and the music they listen to and everything that, you know, that they are, no matter how much you try to protect them at home, they get some exposure to it at school. They are, under the influence of the climate crisis. Look at how much is going on with the climate crisis and all of the fears that go along with that. Are we causing our own mass extinction? Will we have a planet for our children to live on? These are all questions floating around in our collective consciousness right now, and they're very strong. They're very powerful, right? And then, of course, there's the pandemic. And are they going to end up carrying a disease to someone and get them sick? What's going to happen with that, right? There's all this pressure that is on our children right now. Are they going to get their teacher sick? Are they going to get themselves sick? Are they going to get their parents sick? There's a lot of pressure on our children right now. And there's pressure on the adults too. So I'm not saying it's not on the parents and the adults too. But just think of the delicacy of the children. And I think we need to remember just the tremendous pressure that they are under and how much love and acceptance they need, how much reassurance they need, how much they need to feel connected to love, to feel safe, to feel secure, to feel valued and supported, and to recognize that amidst all of this, they do have their own gifts. They are valuable, they are worthy, and we love them. We love them. So back to the reading. Make sure they know without question that they are worthy of love and success, and the importance of being true to themselves. Make sure they know the value of honesty and integrity. Love them and hug them often. Forgive their mistakes and encourage them to keep trying. This whole life is a series of trials and errors. They must continue to try, to learn, and adjust, and to try again. Celebrate successes. Let them know love in their disappointments and successes equally. There's that unconditional love thing, right? Love doesn't care about our disappointments and our successes. Love is love is love is love is love. So help them to know love through their disappointments and their successes equally. Right? We don't want to think that if there's a disappointment, there is no love there. If there's a success, there is love there, or vice versa. We don't want them to have that conditionality that we all have to some extent, right? But we want to help them to know unconditional love, know love through their disappointments and successes equally. Help them to talk about their feelings, to understand their needs, and to know that it is okay to have needs. It is natural and normal to have needs. And in the reading, I created them this way. Their neediness is a part of their inner guidance system. Our needs guide us through this world. Ultimately, the deeper inner needs can only be filled by me, by Source, by the One. This is how I guide them back to me, and to know love. You can help them learn this pathway and help them understand their inner messaging and navigation system. Do not worry about loving too much or caring too much. Their lives are challenging. Be in their court and make sure they know you are in their court. Have their backs. If they make mistakes, help them learn how to recover, to admit fault, to know that they can still be loved no matter what, right? Even when they admit their faults, they can still be loved. Help them to build strength and integrity, even and especially through adversity and challenge, even in the face of guilt, shame, and remorse. Remember, love is unconditional. If they sense conditions, this is when we shut down and turn away, blocking the flow of love. We build dams around the heart to stop the waves of the ocean from flowing into the shore. The ocean is powerful and the dam will soon break. Help them allow their emotions and the love, the existence of pure love, to flow. Hold them, love them, teach them, contain them. Allow them space to make mistakes. You cannot keep them from getting hurt. They must know for themselves and learn from their experiences. Teach them how to navigate and how to return to know love. Teach them how to return from their mistakes to know love, to be love, to evolve, and to grow. They are love. You are love. I am love. We are one. We are love. We are one. So take a minute and take a deep breath and breathe that in. Breathe that in. And as it said, the very first line, it begins with our example. We need to show them through our example and shower them with love. So let's begin with our own inner child, because chances are there are some places in us who did not get all of these pieces that we're talking about here. Perhaps we're not shown the support, we're not shown the love and the value. We're not shown that support. We're not made to feel safe. We're not made to celebrate disappointments and successes in love equally. So I invite you to tune into your own inner child. And just if there's a picture that comes up for you, or an image, or a memory of a time in your childhood, it's fine to go with that. Or if there's not a memory, you can offer this to your child in general, your own inner child. You might even put your arms under your belly, kind of like cradling your own womb space, your own belly space, as if that you're cradling your own child. And tune into that child. You might tune into a lot of pain and disappointment of the child. If that's what comes up for you, take this opportunity to extend love, to extend comfort, to extend acceptance, and hold that child. Just imagine yourself holding that child, cradle your own belly and hold that child and give that child love. If there is a need for forgiveness, I invite you to forgive your child, or if you want to ask your child for forgiveness, you can ask for that forgiveness. And as we hold the child, that love and that light and that compassion that is flowing through you, let it flow all the way through you and to that child. Let that love and that compassion and that light flow through your heart and into the heart of that child. Give that child the love, the compassion, the acceptance, the forgiveness, all of whatever that child needs. If the child needs to feel safe, to feel secure, hold her or hold him tight. And invite your child to feel held, to feel accepted, to feel loved, and to receive everything that is flowing through you for this child. And breathe again. Keep breathing. Breathing in that divine light, the unconditional love, the eternal compassion, and invite that child within you to receive and to rest into the flow of that light and love and compassion, to be held in that ocean, to be accepted, to be loved, to be connected, to be a part of you, very much a part of you. Dr. Gabor Mate defines trauma as the things that separate us from ourselves, and there are big traumas and little traumas, many traumas that separate us from ourselves over time. And these fragments of ourselves live in that region of the inner child. So for all of those places that have fragmented and separated from the core of yourself, so invite them home. Invite them home to be held in the arms of love and compassion, to be held in the arms of safety and security. And invite them to breathe that in and to receive it, and invite their beautiful little nervous systems to rest into this holding, to rest into this secure space. Invite them to rest into it and let their nervous systems settle into a state of peace. A state of peace. And again, continue to breathe, and let this light and love and compassion flow through your heart, flow through your arms, flow through your belly. Invite the child to receive the pure divine light, the unconditional love, and the eternal compassion. And continue to breathe and breathe and breathe. Breathe, inviting that child to receive. And I invite you now to witness in that child. Let the light in you shine through your heart onto the light of that child. Remember the gifts of that child. Remember the beauty of that child. Remember the spark and the light of that child. The joy of the child, the innocence, the playfulness, all of the beauty. and the wisdom and the intelligence, because the children are incredibly wise. And I know that you were as a child too. I know you are now. But sometimes the wisdom of the child gets snuffed out and forgotten. So, but it's there. It's there. So I don't want to talk about the forgetting. I want to talk about the remembering of it. Let yourself remember it and witness it. And bring this light to shine on that light of the child, to shine on the wisdom of the child, to shine on the beauty of the child. And allow the child to be witnessed. And allow the child to be seen and to be appreciated, to be valued, to be acknowledged for the wisdom, for the light, for the beauty, for all of that beautiful spark that they carry. And bring your attention there. Energy flows where attention goes, and that energy can help to spark that flame and to intensify it and allow it to grow. Allow it to take hold. Allow it to strengthen. And allow it to, if you feel it inside your own body, allow it to strengthen inside of you. Allow it to grow from within you. I think of this work with the inner child often as, the innermost rings of the tree. The oldest rings of the tree are the ones at the center, the core of the tree trunk. So imagine this becoming stronger and stronger and stronger, all the way to the core. And imagine that strength reverberating through the core, the innermost ring of the tree, all the way through the trunk of the tree, all the way through the trunk of your body, the core of your body. And let the strength of that innermost ring, just let it resonate with this divine strength, with divine light, with pure compassion, with unconditional love, and with trust, and with faith, and with all of that beautiful spark that resides within you at the core, that is your innate gifts, your innate knowing, your innate value, which is huge, immense, beyond what we can imagine. But let yourself feel it as best you can, as much as you can. Let it resonate at the core of your body, all the way from your base, all the way up through the crown of your head. And let that strength solidify at your core, and let the vibration of it resonate out throughout all of the layers of your body, throughout all of the layers of your energy field, and let it resonate into the energy of every cell of your body. So your core strength is anchored. It's anchored into your core, and that vibrant light is reverberating through your core, and it's resonating out through all of the layers of your body and into every cell of your body. This strength of your own core self. And allow it to be. You don't have to do strength. You can allow strength to be within you and resonate out through you. And when you do that, you can actually let go of your own active strength, right? Your active participation in strength, and let the strength be you. Feel the strength from within you, and the more you feel the strength from within you, the softer you can be on your outer edges. Because when we hold strength in an outer way, it's a means of protection. When you allow the strength to be on the inner way, It's an inner protection that allows you to let your guard down on the outer. So as that strength reverberates from your core throughout all of the layers of your being and into all the cells of your body, just let your outer edges soften. You might even upright your spine and just feel like let that strength lift up through your body and lift you up and strengthen and straighten your body. If your body wants to flow and to move with your breath, do that too. Let it have sound, let it have movement, let it have voice. Whatever wants to flow through you is fine. But feel this strength at the core of your body. Let your edges become softer. This creates a beautiful example for the children. You have the inner core strength and alignment, the centeredness, the groundedness, that core. And it's emanating from your being. So you become like your core becomes unshakable. Your outer is soft and can be compassionate and loving. So as you anchor this into your own being, if you're ready, if you feel like you're ready and you can move to this next step, invite the children within your sphere of influence to just invite their little spirits in to be with you in this place. And extend your open, soft arms to hold them in this place of safety. Offer them this space of connection, of belonging, of security, and invite them to be held and rest into this space. To rest into this space with you of the gentle, soft, but inner strength strong, security, safety, connection, love, acceptance. And again, if there's any forgiveness that needs to happen there, you can make the remorse, make the forgiveness, and ask your guides for help with forgiveness. Forgiveness comes through compassion and acceptance. Sometimes it's enough to know that we can't get through this world without mistakes. Whether it's us or the children, mistakes are going to happen, and there is love here too. There is love here too. Love is unconditional. Humans put conditions, but love is unconditional. So let that love flow. Let the forgiveness move the blocks, the barriers, and allow the love to flow. Extend the open, loving, soft arms and the strong heart, the courageous heart, with the courage to love, the courage to forgive, the courage to accept, the courage to extend the unconditional compassion that creates the space of acceptance, of belonging, of security, of safety. Remember, let them know you're in their court, you have their back, you're here for them, you believe in them, you know them, you value them, or you want to know them, right? We don't always know them. Helps when we ask questions. I love to be with my great nephews and just ask them questions to really get to know what's ticking inside of them. They really are our teachers. They can teach us so much. We become conditioned and we become integrated into our little pathways and our belief systems. But when we ask the children, they can help us to open up and to remember. So I invite you to have a conversation with a child this week and just ask them questions about themselves, about what they feel, about what they believe, about what they think about different things. It's a beautiful opportunity for learning. So be with them in love, be with them in compassion. And I invite you to let that light from your heart shine on the light in their heart and witness their beauty. Witness the spark inside them. Witness their gifts, their talents. Witness their innate wisdom. And let them be seen. Let them be seen. Acknowledge them. Like seek to understand them. And even, the questions that come up about all of the things that they're going through. Sometimes we think that they should know better and should always do the right thing, but we don't really know what's going on in their minds and in their hearts. So as Madame Curie says, I'm thinking of the wrong. Well, I'll go with her quote. What she said is that fear comes from not understanding, and now is the time to understand more so that we can fear less. That was her quote. The other one I was thinking of was seek first to understand and then to be understood. In any case, we seek to understand. And that's what really brings us together. Stay in the conversation long enough to find the common ground and to find where that connection is and to be together in that place of connection. Because it's there. It's always there. It's always there. The question is, can we stay in the conversation long enough, keep our hearts open long enough to be there and to get to that place? And if you can't, that's where forgiveness comes in. That's where acceptance comes in. That's where compassion comes in. That's where love comes in. Unconditional love. So again, acknowledge their light, acknowledge their inner wisdom, acknowledge the truth they speak as they do, and seek to understand. I invite you to just imagine the children in front of you and witness their light. And as you witness their light, as we said, energy flows where attention goes. So witness the flame inside of them, knowing that it is acknowledged. Witness the flame inside of them responding to the acknowledgement. Responding to the appreciation. Witness the flame in them growing brighter and stronger and more vibrant and resonating all the way through their core and taking hold in their core and becoming strong within them. Witness that light, watch it grow, watch it vibrate and strengthen, take hold in their core and emanate throughout their body, right? The light and the strength in their core, vibrating and resonating, rippling out through all the layers of their being, resonating this inner strength and inner knowing throughout all of their cells. Standing strong in their core, being less guarded in their outer, becoming that emanation of light and love and compassion in the world, but strong in their core, connected to their own innate wisdom, to their own inner knowing, to their own strength, the divine strength that was breathed into them along with their life force energy that gives them consciousness into their bodies. The ocean of consciousness, of divine intelligence that fills their cups. Witness that within them. Let it be strong. Let it emanate from them so that they can be strong on the inner, so that they can trust themselves. And let's invite them, just invite in this strength and that integration of that strength so that they can know and trust themselves and rely on this knowing and this strength when they are faced with the choices in the world and the fears of the world, so that they know this place inside themselves, and it is so strong that they return to this place. And let this be their inner guidance. Let this be this compass in those times of the tough decisions that they're faced with. And let that anchor into their core. Let that anchor into their core and take hold. Let this be a vibrant, strong presence within them that they know and that they are connected to. And through this connection, there's the same strength and connection inside of you. They'll have that resonance with you, and you'll be like two tuning forks vibrating at this resonance of this divine innate wisdom, inner knowing, the divine strength within you. And as you're vibrating and they're vibrating, when your tuning forks come together, you're both resonating at this frequency together, and this force emanates from you that is unshakable, that influences and resonates to all the space around you. And you all become a beautiful strength and light in the world. And feel that. And feel you and your children all together, all connected through this core of divine light and inner knowing and inner strength and innate wisdom, resonating together, vibrating out. You become like this web that you keep each other strong, and you hold each other and support each other to be in this place of strength and of knowing, together making the wise choices, relying on the truth that you know within yourself. The truth of your source that was breathed into you to give you life force, to give you strength, to give you consciousness, to navigate this earthly realm. Breathe it in all the way into your core, and as you exhale, let it drop down and land into your pelvic bowl, into your hips, and be. Kun fayakun, be, and it is. The hidden within the manifest that contains the hidden. All right, and with that, I'm going to end the recording and open for just a brief check-in. Today, because we have the Climate Healers Convergence going on this weekend. And if you're not registered for that yet, you can go to climatehealers.org/V as in vegan, -COP as in convergence of people. climatehealers.org/V-COP. But I'll just do a quick check-in and make sure everybody is doing okay. Now, if you're listening to the recording, you're welcome to join us live on Sundays. You're invited to join us live on Sundays at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. You can find information for joining the calls at communityforconsciousliving.com. communityforconsciousliving.com. When you go there, you'll see a place where you can enter your email and your name and email. That will sign you up to receive reminders and also to receive replays. And you don't have to sign up in order to attend these calls and to be live with us. That is your choice. But I invite you to sign up so that you get the reminders and you get the replays and you find out about the anything that's going on in our community. We have some beautiful things that happen as I've been caring for my father, who is 99 years old. I'll admit not as many classes and things going on. You always still have these Sunday things, and we have a lot through the Climate Healers group. A lot of opportunities through there, and I do have things coming up. I've got some things in the works as well as this book that's going to be coming out. So head over to communityforconsciousliving.com. Make sure you're on the list there and put it on your calendar to join us next week at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time at communityforconsciousliving.com. All right, and with that, I'm ending the recording and opening for the Q&A. Thank you very much.